latest. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl. Put it in the air. I see you do it. I see you nice. I see you smooth. I see you twice. Goddamn, girl, you're making me blind. Goddamn, girl, you know you're fine. Put it in the air like you know what it is. Put it in the air like you're doing the biz.
Back with the general, the general, you know what I mean? And you
The
got,
General, spelled D-A,
you know
then
what I mean?
General, man.
And then you got Black Valley on the set, better known as AKA Creek, you know what I mean? But we back though, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we on this thing politicking, you know what I'm saying? Well, I just discussing to my fellow politicers, politicers,
They could be
Politics.
politicers.
Politicers,
Yeah,
whatever.
you politicers.
niggas, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? This undisclosed right here, man, you know what I'm saying? Exclusive, you know what I'm saying? We got new spots coming up and you know what I'm saying, up and running, so y'all stay tuned to new spots. We got some songs out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my songs scroll through where y'all can follow me. Make sure y'all follow me, you know what I'm saying? Keep in tune with what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Got some music out there. You feel me? Y'all follow, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Let's blow this thing up.
Hit that like button, man.
Hit the like button, man. Put it in there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then subscribe, but definitely hit that like button.
Hit the
man.
like
Hey,
button,
shout
man.
out to ENTX3, man.
You know what I mean?
Always, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We
Look at
liking
him.
it,
He
baby.
got it all the
You know what I'm
words. Look at him now.
saying?
Can I get my flowers the way I can?
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
you
Yeah,
hate
there's
all the
always
time. That's why
somebody
we gotta take a
watching.
black
Yeah.
man down.
Listen,
Hey,
there's
did
always
he just come
somebody,
and
bro.
really steal the joy? You stole the man's joy.
Listen, and guess what? Speaking on, it's always somebody that's gonna be that hater. It's always somebody. My question is, who it's gonna be? So I'm gonna give y'all some advice. Do your thing, right? But look around and question who is gonna be that hater. But guess what? Let them hate, because if you doing something right, they gonna hate. If they don't hate on you, you ain't doing nothing right. You
Hey,
feel me?
what did 50 Cent say? Let them hate and watch the money pile up.
Man, listen,
You feel me?
50 Cent, that's that real cat right there. Well, is he real? Is he real? I don't know, because he been riding Puff Daddy dick.
I mean, you know, everybody. Now, speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up about Puff Daddy, man, because, you know, when I was, you know, embracing the hip hop era as it was, you know, blooming in the 90s when Puff came out, I thought Puff was cool. I actually liked Puff. Now, a lot of people thought I liked Puff, you know, because I'm from Jersey, you know, and they say, oh, Jersey, New York, you know. I liked it, Puff.
Do you like baby oil? Do you like baby oil? Let's get that baby oil. You like Puff or you like the baby oil?
I used to
You know?
like baby oil, and I used to like Puff too. But just like Puff messed up baby oil, that's just like, and I'm not, you know, homophobic, but they messed up the rainbow.
But no, not really, because
I used to love the rainbow. Now when I look at a rainbow, I got to be looking at it twice to make sure it's really a rainbow.
but if you think about it, they never found nothing in the baby oil.
When you say found something in the baby oil,
What they would look, listen, the feds, DEA, whatever, the detectives, they got all the baby oil, right? Got all the baby oil. They expected to find some type of drug, some type of hypnosis.
in the baby oil, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing, none of
Come to
that.
find out, the man just really liked baby oil. It was slippery.
And I'm still trying to figure out, because baby oil is not really that slippery. It's not a good lubricant. So they was doing a lot. They got a lot of rug burns or skin burns, I'm sure, with all that baby oil. Because once it starts drying, it, you know, and calcifying, it's a little.
Well, the rumor out in the street, they say the reason why he liked the baby oil because he liked the shininess. He liked to keep the shine. Because you think about it, when he did the music videos, he always had to shine and shoot.
Yeah.
So he liked to keep the shine on you while
That's what
you know.
a lot of people.
It's
be
the same
doing
thing. I mean,
videos.
I'm not trying to get explicit, but it's the same thing when you're watching a porno or something. They put
The baby oil.
on so you shine. It looks better.
Yeah. So he
Well,
was.
Then it would.
I mean, I'm guessing when you say that, it would look better than seeing somebody ashy. Like, you know, if you up there,
Yeah, I mean,
if you watching some
what else?
pornography.
What else can you substance it with?
I mean,
so
if you
think about
watching
it.
pornography and the chick ashy, you know, like if he hitting it from the back, And you
And
can
she got
see
an
the
ashy
ash,
crack.
her butt
Her
cheek
ashy
is
crack.
ashy.
Just gonna say her ashy crack.
Her ankles is ashy.
Crack
I mean,
ashy.
yeah, then I can see, squirting her with baby oil. Matter of fact, a big water hose,
All right, I'll do something less sexual. When they do muscle fitness, girls and guys,
Right.
you put the oil on,
Yeah, they
so
put
you
oil.
look better.
Yeah.
If you out there dry, you ain't gonna see the definition.
You
You don't see the
definition.
tones. You don't see nothing.
So
Yeah, because
Puff,
the ash takes away from everything. You see,
Puff
you
wants
got
to
to
see
be
definition,
slick.
man.
True.
You want to see
You got to
definition.
be oily and slick. But I think as a genius, as a musical producer, I admired Puff Daddy in the
Listen.
beginning.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
I thought the music he was putting out, the artists he was bringing out, everything to me was cool in the beginning. Everything was cool. I think what turned everything around was that East Coast, West Coast beef thing.
Yeah.
That kind of blew up and turned into people not liking your music or liking you just because of where you from.
Right.
Your success and your talent was overlooked, So, but prior to that, I like Puff. Now, I admire some rappers and producers from the West Coast, Los Angeles, Texas. Even I like some of the brothers, right here in the South where I live at, like Master P. DJ Khaled was cool, know.
But I'm gonna tell you another person too that like baby oil. But guess what? You don't hear nobody talking about him.
Who?
He been in the game for 20 years, longer, and still making stuff.
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J. He love baby oil. Just look at it, all his videos. He moist up.
But he like licking his lips too.
No, but he got baby oil on him. Trying to
Like
tell
I
you.
never understood that part of
But
L.
ain't nobody
Like,
going out to LL about with the baby oil. You know what I'm saying? They want
Because he there for the ladies.
that we know, you don't know that. Baby oil, everybody looking at you, ladies, men.
But we think LL was really targeting the ladies. Now,
Yeah, we
unfortunately, men might have looked at him.
Listen, y'all think LL was at Puff Daddy party?
There's a lot of people that was at this party.
Okay then.
Come on, you really not gonna turn
No,
up at the party?
I ain't saying it in that way. I'm letting y'all know, make y'all answer your own question.
Okay, let me ask you.
You know
this.
what I'm saying?
Would you
You feel
have
me?
went to one of Puff Daddy's parties?
I would have went to the party. I ain't gonna
I would've
lie,
went.
because I know how to get a nigga off me. Don't try me. You feel what I'm saying?
But I'm saying that you
I'm
sitting
going to
there-
the party, but I know how
Another-
to exit the party when it's time to exit. And I ain't talking about through the back door. You feel me? I'm going out the front door.
There's a thing too. See, he didn't have to use drugs as people thought.
They wanted it, man.
He
Listen,
had enough money. Like when you got enough money, and people know you got money like that. Like he was into the billions, I think, or upper millions.
Yeah.
It was nothing for people to feel like, oh man, I can just get totally relaxed. Everything's covered. If something happens, this guy will replace it, repair it. So people, like, it's just like right now. If you notice, if a guy in our neighborhood, in the hood, is a pretty good dude selling dope, right? Everybody acts different towards him than they would toward
a guy trying to come up.
trying to work a regular job or just an average Joe, So when you see, the dope dude coming around, everybody want to go do something for him, what you need. You need me to clean that. You need me to wipe that. You need me to pick that up. You need me to move that. Whereas for you and me, they can watch me and you struggling with something, you know what I'm saying? And they'll just look at us and, and just keep it moving. So
Don't say nothing.
money is a stronger mind-altering substance than any drug could ever.
Money is
Money
way more
will do that,
persuasive
man.
than
Yeah, money is way
any
more
kind of
persuasive, man.
pill, any kind of X-pill, cocaine, fucking Molly. Money outweigh all that. And I'm gonna give you a prime example of that. Scrippers. You got some scrippers out there, don't do no drugs. But if you got that money, they'll do anything you want them to do.
Yeah, money is.
When I say don't do no drugs, you think they doing drugs. They know with a cup full of clear water, you think it's liquor.
Or milk.
They know
I
it's
seen
clear
people
water.
drinking milk.
Getting down like they on 5 or 6 pills. Ain't on nothing.
It's funny.
They
you
got that
mentioned
money
about
high.
those pills, man.
That money high, man.
When I think I was in my 14th or 15th year in prison, and so I could see the horizon. I could see the end. I completed 17, but I could see my release date about after being in 14, 15 years. So we was talking to some young brothers that came in, and they was talking about, you know, the nightlife and club life. And these young brothers was from Tampa at that time. And they was telling me, you know, OG, you know, man, when you get out there, you know, you get them girls on them beans, right? Now, dig, this is crazy, because as he's telling me this, you know, I done been in prison 15 years, I think, at this time. I'm thinking in my head, get the girls on beans. Like, what kind of beans? Was it navy beans, lima beans?
Lima beans, black eyed beans.
I didn't know what he was really talking about, right? So
pork and beans.
I'm going along with it, and I'm like really hyped, you know, until he got to the part where he say some of these girls take it and stick it in a butthole or stick it in a vagina. Then I'm freaking, because I know the bean, if it ain't cooked, it ain't gonna do nothing there. You feel me? So in my mind, I'm puzzled. And you gotta realize I was in the hole for X amount of years, you know, so I was in there. So I don't know what he talking about.
You got to come back, you know what I'm saying?
I was lame and green to the pill game. So finally, I said, I had to pull the young brother to the side. I waited till there wasn't nobody around, because I didn't want to seem like I was lame, but I was. I said, yo, fam, like, what kind of bean do you use? Was it a navy bean, a pinto bean? What kind of bean? He bust out laughing. He said, no, OG, we talking about pills, ecstasy. And I said, oh. So, you know, it's funny, because I didn't even know that, because I was locked up, I didn't even know that had that much of a damaging effect on people. Because when I got locked up in 88, only thing that was popping was crack. And I seen some weird stuff with that. I seen, you know, women having sex with animals. Yeah. Men putting paper. Now, and I grew up in Dade, right there on 15th and 63rd in Miami. That was my
shout out to Miami, man.
Yo, shout out to the MIA, yo, man.
Dade
Miami,
County,
15th, 63rd.
We see you out there, baby.
African Square Park, all that. Down south, Alapata, Brown Sub, my stomping ground. Overtown. So
I'm all up and through there.
Yeah, we all up and through there, man. We up in Miami like diarrhea all over the place, man.
Yeah.
We like diarrhea down in Dade all over the place, man.
Y'all boy, Dade boy, y'all show some love, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying?
If you know me, hit that like button. Even if you ain't feeling what we talking about, just hit the like button, because it's me, because I'm going to do it for you. You dig?
That's what it is.
So holler back, man. Holler back. We got ENTX up in this spot 3. You know what I mean? So they doing their thing. We live. We right here, family. And we want to talk about some real G stuff too, man. Can I get real, man?
Get real, man. Let them people know what's on your mind,
Lay it
man.
down.
And I want to speak real, because see, there's a language thing when people start talking if you use certain words. So if I say, listen, I'm gonna keep shit G, somebody say, oh my God, he used the word shit. You know, but that's how we talk in the hood. Yeah. And although it may not be the most eloquent and charismatic form of languages, we understand it. Exactly. You have to understand our position too and how we got like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it G. And when we say keep it G, we mean we keeping it 100% real, as raw as it can get.
That part.
And it ain't all about my particular opinion, because when we say keep it G, we talking about something that's universal. That goes from here to there and from there to here.
He's just saying it. He putting a voice on it, but
it
speaks for itself, basically.
It speaks for itself.
Keeping it G is basically keeping for itself. When he say keeping it G, he just saying what everybody thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's also a proven fact based on the same thing happening repeatedly, no matter what, no matter who. I'll give you an example. I'm gonna keep it G. Fire is the one element that makes everybody speak the same language. Even if you don't like this person, fire will make all of us say, ah! I don't care what language, what you could be Chinese, Yugoslavian, American. When that fire touch you, you're gonna first hit that, because you got to imitate the sound, because you just feel it that deep. You you feel me? It's the universal language of that hurt. You know, and so fire gonna make us do that. So when we say keeping it G, we coming with that fire. You know, now for some of y'all it might hurt. Other y'all might be able to deal with it. Because sometimes, you know, people say the truth hurts, but I have a saying that says the truth heals. And sometimes people don't want to be healed. True. Some people like the mindset.
And it's my theory.
And the social habits
if I
they
can't
have.
speak the truth, then I ain't speaking to you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna sit here and sit and lie to you. That ain't my skilo. That ain't what I do. If you look at somebody lie to you, not keep it real, keep it G, you're on the wrong podcast. You know what I'm saying? So these words coming out here, G words. You feel me? Ain't nothing made up about what's going on. I'm just telling you how it is. When I say ain't nothing made up, I'm gonna tell you a proven fact. Trump just passed the law, right? The law is out here for people that can't speak English, can't read English, can't write English. If you can't do none above, you can't get no license. Y'all look it up. It's a new law right now. People saying they don't know why he did it. I know why he did it. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is a great idea. Not saying that I'm pro-Trump. Not saying I ain't pro-Trump. I just like the idea of what he did because, for instance, if you can't speak English and you still stop sign that say stop and you can't read that it say stop, you might think that it say go. It's a safety issue. And even on the new law they put, it's a safety issue. You know what I'm saying? So not being able to read English when you in America, not being able to write English when you're in America, not being able to understand English when you're in America, that's a big thing. That's like if we go to Mexico right now and we don't know their language, how we gonna prosper? How we gonna do anything? We can't get no license in Mexico, not knowing Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So what Trump doing is just making it, they say equal rights, whatever, equal. It's equal because he's saying be equal with us and you can get this stuff. Just like right now in Texas, how they getting all the, and I ain't racist at all. I ain't racist, but they getting all these people, I ain't gonna sing out Spanish. I'm gonna say they're gonna get all the immigrants, all these food stamps, all these housing, all this and that. Now, remember when they pushed everybody to Texas, all the immigrants, they pushed them over here? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Put them to Texas, all the border places. Right. And then even Ron Sanchez, he sent a couple of them up there, put them on the bus, told them they
talking about DeSantis?
Yeah, Ron
Sanchez. He sent them up to Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah. He told them they was going somewhere.
And sent them back?
No, they ain't sent them back.
What they did?
What they did was he dropped them off in the bus, and the bus left, and just let them stay up in Texas.
No, I'm talking about Martha's Vineyard up in there in the north. What were they about?
He sent them North Texas.
Remember they did that? They sent them to Martha's Vineyard?
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
But they sent them back, though. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Texas might be different.
Yeah, they sent them and left them because the bus, they gave a one-way pass. Yeah. A one-way.
Now, let me
but
ask
they
you
ain't know, though. But that's the whole thing of why if they knew English, they'd have knew better. You see what I'm saying? So what Trump did, if they'd have known English, then they wouldn't have took that pass. You see what I'm saying? Because they'd have known better. You see what I'm saying? But he's just trying to make it for the Americans to be able to come up. So for you to be American and you not coming up or not even trying to come up, it's ridiculous.
Well, you speaking Mexico is part of America.
No, but I'm not just saying, I ain't saying Mexico. I'm saying the ones that don't know English. So It ain't necessarily about what's part of America, what ain't part of America. It's about learning the American language. You see what I'm saying? Spanish is not American language. I don't care how many.
It's not an English language.
Well, it's not American.
See, a lot of these smaller Latin countries we're talking about now that he's targeting.
French ain't American. Creole, not American.
Well, he's actually, these are Latin countries.
And shout out to my Creoles now. I ain't, Creole. I fuck with y'all, man. So I say, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Creoles. I fuck with the Haiti. You know what I'm saying? I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all, boys.
Now, actually, you could pass for a Haitian, bro.
Yeah, I know. I got pass for Jamaican. So I went to Jamaica about a month ago.
They thought you was Jamaican.
Everybody over there thought I was Jamaican. And guess what? I'm full American. I'm African American. I ain't Jamaican.
Okay.
And guess what? I ain't portrayed to be no Jamaican when I was over there either. Because I love my nationality.
It's funny, and since I like this how we hopping, but a lot of times black people do that when we talking to somebody of another language. Yeah, if we know a few little words of it, even Spanish. I had caught myself one time talking to a Spanish guy, saying stuff like, "Yeah, my man, up there, maybe you take it two and put it two there," and he looking at me like. Just speak your English,
Yeah,
I'm like, and even we speak.
I ain't go there trying to talk no Jamaican, Rastafari, and all that. I'm talking about, I had a lot of people come over to ask me, You rock star. No, I ain't rock. I'm American, man. I'm
But
American.
you have to be able to speak to people in their language. So you have to be able. And now the Jamaicans speak English, but it's the tonality that we change. We change the tonality to try to match that, and we think by doing that because they do it to us too.
But it's really an insult to them.
Well, it's just like when I meet people. A lot of times when I meet people from the islands, right? Nowadays, they all love to claim New York.
Right.
You know, and that's because New York was real popular back in the day, and everybody, you know, and a lot of people don't know this. There was a large influx of Caribbean workers coming from Jamaica, Haiti, Antigua, all the minor islands, or the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles. A lot of them people were brought over here to work on seasonal passes. They were still doing it even as far as 2008 when I used to work on Captiva. I ran into a bunch of them, and it's kept quiet.
Shout out to Fort Myers, man. Fort Myers, you know what I'm saying?
239, man, always,
baby.
man. Holler back,
baby.
man.
That's my home, baby. That's my city, baby. So I got to keep it real with my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man.
You know,
For sure,
go ahead.
man.
I ain't mean to rip,
Yeah,
but
no,
he
no,
said
it's
he
cool.
said Captiva and all that. You know what I'm saying? That 239
Captiva,
there.
man.
You
So
feel me?
I'm out there, and so one day I mess around and go to have lunch, and you know I seen some black girls, so I said, man, let me see where they going, because I followed them into this lunch hall, and
He followed them. Y'all followed me.
Yeah,
Instagram.
hit that like button.
Hit the like button.
Hit that
Instagram.
like button,
you know what I'm saying? We on TikTok.
Yeah,
You know, go
yeah.
ahead.
So I followed them into their little like quarters where I didn't even know where these girls from. They were housekeepers, and so they had a separate eating lounge where they ate at, and the meals were like $2 for a big old plate. So when I found out, I was happy. But then I found out that they were over here on 6-month terms. So they bring some over here for 6 months. They work and do their thing, and then they send them back. They were from Haiti, Jamaica, all different parts of the Caribbean.
But you know why they come over here like that?
So they was doing that back in New York,
Yeah.
back in the day. That's why you have Jamaica Queens. You have a large Caribbean ancestry up in New York, especially New York, more so than Jersey.
A lot of
is
them,
mostly
they jump
just
on them
African
passes
Americans. I'm
because
from Newark, so Newark is predominantly African
they
American.
jump on them passes because of the money currency. And
Yeah.
this is something I learned when I went to Jamaica. Like, you know how many people after $20? $20 is way more than $20 in Jamaica.
So they were asking you for $20?
No, they ain't asked for $20.
What they was asking for?
They did service and they actually they were actually nothing. But all I'm telling you is my $20 was worth so much to them than what their money currency was.
Yeah, I think the U.S. dollar is pretty strong.
Yes.
Only thing stronger than the U.S. dollar is the euro, right?
So they was working extra hard to get them $20 because $20 might be, if I'm not mistaken, at least probably about $200 over there
Of their money.
of their money, easily. I think it's like 8 times something like that.
Yeah, it's different. It's
Easy.
different outside of here, man.
And I didn't know that, right? So me, you know, it's over here in New National, we might tip somebody $20. Like it ain't nothing.
Right.
Like I'm getting so much extra service over there for $20. I don't know if I should have paid for some or what. Oh, you know, did I say it out loud? Oh. Yeah, question mark. They don't know that something else. But anyway, like I said, man, them 20, trust me, they were working good for them 20. I'm talking about, they followed me around like look here. I had to make sure I had me some security. How about that? Because I ain't know if they gonna rob me or I thought I was gonna be the king of Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? Zamunda for real. You feel me? Because I ain't know that when you get over to the airport, you can change your currency out at the airport.
Or at the airport, okay.
So with me being not green, it's just I'm new to the country because my first time in Jamaica. I got my passport, so I'm finna be all over. I got a trip to Antigua coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Antigua?
Yeah, I got a trip to Antigua. I got a 3-day vacation coming up on that. You feel me? And then I'm gonna probably go to I want to do Italy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do Italy. You feel me? And then I'm gonna do Dubai. I got to go and see what Dubai like. You feel me? I'm using this passport to the fullest, so you know, like I know, better get your passport. But guess what? If you're on child support, you can't get now. So that's telling you a lot right there. Ain't no child support. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're on child support, you ain't get no passport. You ain't gotta worry about that one. Child support, no passport. Now, let me rephrase that. If you behind on child support, you can't get a passport. If you up on your child support, then you know you can get your passport.
Okay.
But
Okay.
You know.
I'm glad you straightened that.
Yeah. If you behind on child support, you get no passport. You don't going nowhere. You ain't finna abandon them child. So I don't see what real nigga anyways would abandon their child. Real person, real man.
A solid
nigga,
dude wouldn't want to really abandon
take care of
his
your child.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my dog, the general. You know what I'm saying? He got his kids. He took, you know what I'm saying, full custody. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing with them. You feel me? So ain't no slacking over here. I don't be with people that slack. You feel me? They around me. We no slackers. You feel me? We gonna take care of ours, and we do what we do. But we're gonna take care of ours. You feel me?
Oh, that's for sure,
So
man.
you ain't worry about that.
Kids,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
Big up for the ones that's taking care of.
Yeah, big up to all the
You taking care of your kids, whether the mama got them and you got them, whatever. Hit the subscribe button, and hit the like button. That let me know that's you. Comment on the video, whatever. Let me know, hey, you're a solid dude. You feel me? And big ups to you. I'm talking to you, the one that's taking care of your kids. If you're on child support and your child support paid up, I'm still talking to you. But if you behind,
well, we're talking to you too. But you just jacked up right now.
Jacked up, man.
And I want to say this
feel me?
to the black fathers especially, because we get the bad look.
Yep.
For being bad fathers. And some of you brothers out there, man, like, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm not your moral guide or your moral teacher. But I'm going to say this, that moment of pleasure you took to indulge with that woman, man, if it produced
it's
something.
consequences.
Right. If it produced something, a child, then that is the product of that moment.
You got to deal with it.
So what you got to do is now take that moment and recognize it's now a lifetime. And make the best out of that lifetime. I mean, you ain't gotta always be there like on every corner and stuff like that.
Do your best.
That's mom's job. But be there let them know that dad is there for security, and in case things get out of hand, dad is here.
And
whatever
again,
it be.
listen,
You ain't gotta live.
This some G shit. We just
Straight
put
up,
it.
man.
We just put it in the
Straight up,
air.
man.
We just putting it in the air. You feel me? With the Black Mystic, baby, motorcycle club. You feel me? We just put it in the air. You know what I'm saying? You like it or you love it. You feel me? We ain't say dislike. We say like it or you love it. Ain't but two things you can do about it. Nothing and like it. That's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we're just trying to give y'all some pointers, some tips. You know what I'm saying? And again, let me reiterate something. Ain't nobody perfect. There's no perfect guy in the world. Only thing in this world is a trying guy. If you trying, you succeed.
Right.
That's the main thing, trying. You put in effort, you succeeding.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because nothing beats a failure but a what?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You try. You keep trying. You try. Like the one song, you first don't succeed. Mm-hmm. You try it again. Huh?
Who made that song?
I don't know what played though. Okay, yeah. Okay, Lil. Shout out to Lil, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Lil, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to that
you know
sister.
What I'm saying?
She
but
was
try it again.
And the producers behind the Timberland and Missy Elliott, all them Virginia folks, man. You're good looking on that one, man.
I don't know why they tried to figure out. They tried to put I think who they tried to put in that Puffy or Jay-Z with that death thing. No. R. Kelly tried to bring something up about that Aaliyah thing.
What about it?
Saying that somebody had something to do with the airplane going down.
Conspiracy theories. I thought it was bad in the hood.
They said P. Diddy had something to do with it.
No, I thought it was bad in the hood with these made up stuff. Like, for example, in the deepest part of the hood, everybody got AIDS if you let everybody in the hood in that area tell you about somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody got AIDS. Everybody's sick.
Yep.
Every female is a wild, open underwear whore. Mm-hmm. Every dude is a whore. Mm-hmm. There's nothing good that ever gets said about the inner city folk by inner city folk.
Yeah.
Now, people have to see the good in you and to know that that's just talk. But like I said, everybody has something to say bad about everybody before they even say anything good.
And that's the crazy thing, because I done ran into so many people, so many girls, dudes, kids, moms, dad, grandmoms, be like, why they call you creep? Why do they call you creep? Ain't nothing creep about you. Why they call you creep? I said, well, have heard anything bad about me? No, that's what I'm saying. No, I ain't heard nothing. Are you saying something bad about me? No, I just want to know why they call you creep. I ain't tell them. That's gonna be a mystery. Y'all can find out on the next podcast though. You go ahead and subscribe and like, and I give you the backstory on that right there. Why they call me Creep? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Y'all come back and see me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
it's
we
a
told
good
y'all.
It's a good backstory now. You know what I'm saying? But you can't hear it this podcast. Next podcast, probably hear it. But hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and on and on and on.
And I told y'all in the last part we did about the acronym on our vest, which says Black Mystics. The
Yeah.
BLACK is an acronym.
Yeah.
And I said I would tell y'all in this podcast what it stands for.
Yes, sir.
It stands for Brothers Learning All Capable Knowledge. We believe in redefining the mind of ourselves as black men. We also believe in redefining the mindset of men in general, period. But we got to start with self and self-kind first. That's how we make the difference. So our club is really on some true conscious stuff. I wouldn't even use the word woke to describe our platform. I would just use the word conscious and say that, brothers learning all capable knowledge is what we stand on. We seek to learn more.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
learning is a
Every day
never-ending
the learning
passage.
experience. Every day the learning experience.
Till
and
you
learning.
die.
I've been an Islamic practitioner like all my life. And one of the things they teach us in Islam is that you learn from the cradle to the grave. That means you learn from the minute you conscious and alive till you die. Even as a baby, I'm learning. I'm looking, putting stuff in my mouth. I'm investigating. I'm
How to
touching.
walk.
I'm moving.
Exactly.
How to talk.
People are picking me up. I'm exchanging vibrations. And as I get older, I begin to do more things and different things. And I take this learning capacity with me all the way to the grave.
And not only is he learning, he's also trying to teach. So it's not just him soaking in all the knowledge of just learning. He's also trying to give back for those who are willing to listen. We ain't never trying to embed nothing in your head. Well, it's nothing forced. One thing about the Black Mystic Motorcycle Club, there's no force in it. Even you can ask our members. We don't force anything. We go at the flow. We put it out there for you can, catch on. You know what I'm saying? Make it easy for you to be able to catch on, hold on, be a part, be a member, and stay true to yourself. That's never a force. Even when I first came to this club, the general, the president of the club told me, hey, listen, man, entering this club, it's not a force. I want you to be with family first, as in my family. Black Mystic is my family too, but he's telling me, hey, man, if you have to go and do something with your family, meaning your people, your kids, your family, go and handle that first. Go and handle that first. And then you come back, if you need us, we're here for you because we your other new family now. And I took that in heed and I said, okay, I get it. Ain't nothing forced about that.
The fact that you're talking about that, and I want to add on that, piggyback on that. What got you interested to even hit him up to want to get into a motorcycle club?
This what happened was I bought me a Harley. I got me a Harley. Shout out to Harley Davidson. Fuck it, I got a Harley.
Yo, shout out to Rockstar Harley Davidson right here in Fort Myers, Florida, man.
Shout out.
Harley.
And we're going to shout out, even though they ain't sponsoring
Not
us,
yet, yeah,
they
but
look
yeah.
out. They
Yeah,
do look out.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look out
Yeah,
for
yeah.
real, for real.
Yeah.
So shout out to, and my man Danny
Yeah.
up in there, yeah.
So, but like I said, I bought me a Harley, you know what I'm saying? Because my brother, he got a Harley. So he always used to tell me, hey, Creed, come ride my Harley. He got two Harleys.
Yeah, I
No.
saw that.
He got a Harley and he got a
A Triumph.
no Suzuki.
Yamaha.
Yeah,
right?
No, Suzuki.
Is it Suzuki?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he used to ride with the boys like, Creed, come ride my other bike. I ride my other bike. I'm like, me always been a person like, I like my own. That's my brother though. You know what I'm saying? I drive it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But me personally, I like to be responsible for my own. I don't want to be responsible for my other stuff because something happened, I got to pay for it.
Facts.
So if I got to pay for it, I might have my own and been on my own bike. You feel me? So bam, I bought me a Harley. And I was like, bro, who all you be riding with? You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, I don't really ride nobody. Like, I just ride one ride. He's like, you can ride me. And then the general rode up on one occasion that was at some spot chilling. He was like, oh, yeah. You didn't get with the general. Get with the general because he love to ride. You get with him, y'all gonna be all over the place, all over the state, all over the counties. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. So he like to ride like that? Like, yeah. Then he introduced me to general. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my brother, Fat. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have his own podcast, and the name of that is Let the Cup Talk.
Let the Cup talk.
Let the Cup Talk.
I'm just not trying to get acclimated with it.
So hold up. So Fat got a podcast coming out. Hey, yo, shout out to Fat, man. Always. That's my main man, Fat, man.
So he said, get with General like that. Cause he said he did a thing with him. They did a little thing at his shop. Cause my brother had no one spot, little store and stuff. Like General did his thing, and it's like, yeah, General, cool dude. Get with him. He ain't gonna try to fuck you over and nothing like that. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. Like my brother give me word, then it's gold. Cause my brother say you good, you good. They ain't got the same question. They ain't got to second guess that. You feel me? So it's like get with General. So I got with General. I said, General, man, y'all ride, man. Let me know. Da 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 da. And General like, all right, next time we ride, I'm gonna call you. He called me. I don't know if he thought I was flagging or what. You know what I'm saying? He called himself to go to Miami. He to go to Miami. I said, let's go. I said, let's go. Where you meet you at? Let's go. He said, we're going to Miami, man. I said, let's go. I said, listen, don't tell what we're going at again. I just told you, let's go. Scrapped up, got gassed up, went to Miami. It was on from there. You know what I'm saying? And I went as a member then. You know what I'm saying? Then when I went to Miami and I went to see how they rock, and we went and met other biker clubs, because all bikers rock together, believe it or not. Right. There's no animosity between clubs. Like I'm saying, like I told y'all last time, all bikers rock together. So we went to a president meeting where all the presidents going, get their dates for their annuals and parties, whatnot. And I seen how it was, and then General was like, okay, man, if you want to do this, you can become a member. And he told me as far as like what I needed to do to qualify as a member. And then that's when he told me about the story about, I ain't taking away from your family. If your family got something to do, handle that first, this and that there. So, and that's how I started. And I like to ride. You feel me? And when we ride, we cruise. We ain't trying to beat every car on the block.
Right.
We ride, we cruising, we get there when we get there.
Absolutely.
Because safety first over everything.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And we definitely believe in that. And you come in our club, Black Vincent Club, you got a bike. We not the race club. We not trying to beat every bike on the block. We ride together. We ride as a pack. We ride as one. We ride in groups. You see what I'm saying? We ride. You know what I'm saying? So being in a group is better being seen versus riding individual where
right.
It's hard to be seen.
Right.
So that's how it all started. You know what I'm saying? And from there, I done been over.
In your opinion, from your opinion, how you been doing so far in the bike club?
Oh man, Black Ravelli has been outstanding since he's coming to the club. Hit that like button. Black Ravelli has definitely been on point. He came in dynamically too. Like a lot of times when people come into the club, and we've been around 18 years. So, FYI, I'll be retiring in 2027. That'll be 20 years. No one can, no one should have held presidency that long, but I did. And so in 2027, I will be retiring as president. Not retiring from the bike life, just retiring as president. Someone else will be at the helm of it. And I'll just be in the background chilling like this, But Black Ravelli came in with the right mindset, He came in with the ability to say, okay, let me hear first what I have to do. He analyzed it. Okay, I can do that. And he did it. A lot of people come in and see, I usually ask people a question like this. What about a motorcycle club excites you that you want to be a part of it? Now, I hear all types of answers. There's no wrong answer. But what the answer does do for me is it tells me where to put you at in the club.
Yeah, put you
and how to deal with you. If you say, oh, man, I just like the way y'all party and have fun. Okay, I know that's a party animal. And we need those. We need party animals. Because they help the club too, So I said, okay, this person to be good for partying. So don't get them too involved in politics and stuff like that. Just make sure that they, always got a cup and some whatever they need, and we go and have fun. That's going to be our...
Keep them in the back. You only have them at the forefront.
Right. You don't have them talking to people.
Keep them in the back, yeah.
If they say, oh, man, I like the way y'all, connect and work together and, camaraderie, then I know that this person is either one, looking for protection, or two, looking to be a part of something to replace something he didn't or she didn't have. So I'm skillful and careful about these answers because then I just know how to deal with it. So when I presented the same question to Black Ravelli, he was like, man, whatever, man. I just want to do it. I just want to be a part of it. And I said, okay, well, these are the criterias, these are the things. He said, man, I can do all that, no problem. He didn't come in trying to tell me, oh, change this and change that, or it should be like this, or he didn't come in trying to, be disrespectful or rude. He came in with the mindset to, okay, let me see what this is really about.
I ain't come in trying to take nobody's spots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I came in with the spot that was presented to me, and I let him put me in a spot where I was most successful or needed. You understand what I'm saying? I told him I was open to whatever spot was, because let's not get it wrong. I can do all the spots, right? But I wasn't trying to do all the spots. I told him put me in a spot where you feel I most needed to be. You know what I'm saying? And that spot eventually became road captain because, I know the roads. I already drive trucks. So I know the roads. I know how to get there timely manner. You know what I'm saying? I know when it's time to stop. I know when somebody's tired. I know when it's time to go over left. It just certain stuff a road captain is supposed to do that he wearing across me. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. Ain't no problem. I can do that. You feel me?
Right.
With just other positions that I could have been that's even a more, not as higher position, a lower position, because it don't really matter about position. It just matters that you excel in the position that you're in.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's to be honest, there's nobody higher than nobody. It's just if you play your position how you're supposed to play it, you're just as important as the person that's
right
playing the other position.
As the president. So
You know what I'm saying?
the hierarchy is
Yeah.
president, vice president, road captain. Those are your three top officers in any bike club. And he's our road captain. So we have a vice president that we're working on grooming. He has picked up pretty fast. I'm still working and grooming the vice president, but he has loyalty. So loyalty is also very important too in this bike life, and right now the bike life, that is, especially for us black people, the motorcycle club now is the new religion. This is the new religion. We're finding the very things that we were seeking in our different religious organizations, we're finding them right here with some extra spice. So it's the newest thing going on. If you're not hip to bike clubs, then you need to get hip to bike clubs. And to do that, you hit that like button first.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you hit that like button,
You'll find a whole lot
and
more
then
than what you
subscribe,
know.
and then you connect with us, I'm gonna reach back out to you.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people want to
I'ma
know
reach back
what
out
goes
to you.
inside of bike clubs or any kind of club, and guess what? We're gonna give you that inside knowledge on it by hitting that like and that subscribe button.
And
it's
if you-
gonna take more than one podcast to give you what you want to know.
And if you a party animal, we will put that to the test.
Again, and
Because
guess what?
we party hardy.
And we in different cities. We're not just in
In
Fort
different
Myers.
ci- everywhere we
Tallahassee,
go.
Jacksonville.
Hold
we
up,
Florida,
watch this.
Texas.
EXP, watch this. When we went to Daytona, everywhere we went, what did they do as soon as we walked up?
As
soon as they saw me-
they embraced us. Like they told us, listen, man, y'all good. Don't worry about nothing. We had money. We got everything. They say, like, man, put your money in your pocket.
We didn't have to
Don't worry about
buy
it.
no
We got you.
food, no drinks, unless we wanted to.
That's what we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? We try to do that because a lot of them have, like for instance, they had a guy that was in the hospital, so it was like a little. They were selling food, but for the
Right.
donation, they're gonna get
Help
to,
him out. He had
to help him
cancer.
out. He cancer.
So, yeah.
So we gave him some money for that. We didn't
Right.
have to. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Which they already told we can eat for free, drink for free, whatever. But when they told us about the situation going on, no, let's get them something. Let's donate to that brother or sister, because it's girls in the bike life too. Let's donate to them because we want to help. We want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? We'll be a mystery part of it. You got to let them there tell them it came from us.
Right.
So we don't need the fame.
Right.
It ain't about the fame.
Right.
Because the Lord see what's going on.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah, this is what we want to do, and we just want to make sure we straight. You feel me? And guess what? We went down there. I'm telling you, when I said we're straight, we're straight. Put it this way, we went to Eustis, right? Eustis, Florida. We was gonna go up there, come back, or we was gonna go up there and get a motel. We had a homeboy up there told us, no, y'all ain't getting no motel. He told just like that. You going to my house. Shout out to Diesel.
Oh, Listen, shout out to my main man, Diesel. Diesel is with the Sin City Disciples.
He told her
man.
we're not getting no motel.
Shout out to that brother. Me and him actually grew up in prison together from JITS. Grew up. The length of time I did, he did equal time. So we was in there together, and you know, we pulled up to one spot. I didn't even get off my bike, and somebody said, "Is that the general?" Remember?
Yeah.
So we don't mind spending time to develop things with people, connections. I consider those strong networks, because when certain people from certain clubs, because I have friends and alliances with brothers from, as I said, Sin City, Disciples, this Outcast brothers I'm tight with. And then we got some local clubs in Miami and in the Florida area. Riders Don't Play. There's Pink Soul Social Club, Queens of the South, Kings of the South. Oh, Rare Breed. Yo, they're my main man. Hit that like button too, man. We got Versatile Styles. We got Zero Tolerance. We got Free to Ride, Living Free, First Shall Be Last. I mean, if I didn't mention your name, please forgive me, but just know that I love you if you're part of the clique that I'm part of. COD. I mean, so we believe in developing strong alliances with these other clubs, as well as keeping our foundation solid as well. And we do that with effective communication. So I guess it kind of ties back somewhat to what Blackavelli was saying about the communication. You have to be able to communicate.
You got to be.
Communication is very important.
Yeah, that's it. And I just elaborated that on the last podcast. Communication, even with not just bike clubs, just your natural life, your natural
just overall
business overall. Like if you ain't got no if you're not a communicative person, then that's one of the things you're gonna lack in that you need to step your game up on, and you'll see your life will turn out better.
I got a question for the room. So, All right. So just say, for example, newbie person wants to start his own bike club. Do you have information for that for people that just stumble upon this video?
Well, starting a bike club is not something I don't think the average person should want to do.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is people are going to be in your shoes one day. Somebody that one person that get that spark, and he wants to go through the whole rigmarole that you went through.
Well, if you're going to be the founder of a bike club, there are certain fundamentals you're going to have to understand. There's a tradition, unwritten, that we live by in this motorcycle life. So you'll have to come and get involved with a club first.
And get
You
blessed.
have to come get involved with the motorcycle life and start, looking and learning and observing.
In other words, you can't just start. You have to come.
Right.
You have to come. You got to be an umbrella. It's like an umbrella. If you want to start a bike club.
So that's not frowned upon. To join another bike club and then start your own later.
No.
That's frowned upon.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, again, say you join a bike club, right? And you want to be a president of your own. If that bike club you joined gave you a blessing, saying, okay, you can go and try to start your own, you went up under the umbrella. You get what I'm saying? Gotcha. So you didn't just start. You asked for his blessing, saying, hey, I want to do this. But even starting your own, you still will be up under the umbrella of his.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It'll be yours.
It's almost like almost kind of like
You'll be a support.
Yeah.
You'll be what's called a support club.
I'm just trying to get it for the fans so they can understand it. It's almost kind of like when you go dojo to dojo.
Yeah.
When you get taught your black belt and things of that nature, you can start your own school, but that teacher from the original where you started has to give you that blessing to go to the next thing.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
And the blessing, and please don't confuse the blessing with permission to say that, okay, we bless you now, you can do this. This blessing means, hey, this person has met all the necessary criteria to do this. He's respecting this. Because, see, a lot of people don't realize there's a certain code of ethics and respect that come with this motorcycle life. Recently we told y'all in the last podcast about an accident where a guy was riding erratically. See, bike clubbers don't do that. True motorcycle club riders don't ride like that. We ride, as Blackavelli said, we ride in an organized, steady, consistent manner.
And unicized, you know what I'm saying? Because
we
when
can't
you
be,
ride like that, you ride like
you're risky. You're gonna hurt yourself or
Yeah.
somebody.
You want to be in unity. Like unity shows respect alone. By you got to respect enough not to zoom out and pass everybody. Run, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll meet you there. No, I don't want you to meet me there.
Well, here's what can happen. If we're riding and you just got a wild hair up your behind and you take off, and leave the pack, and because of the way the highways are built, you lose control and fall down in the ditch where we can't really see you because, it slopes. And we ride, and we in the far left lane, and you done fell all the way to the right, and it's a 3-lane highway. But when we riding down there, we will miss you.
Right, because y'all paying attention.
Right, we paying attention.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
and
miss
we're about
you.
the pack, and we watching over the pack.
Or
Yeah.
if you get too far ahead of us and something happens to you, that's the only way we would be able to see it. And then we got to pull over. Now you done held up the whole squad because of your desire to go ahead of us. Likewise, we don't let people drag us neither, because some people can't keep up, but they think that because they can't keep up and they are with us that we should slow down and cater to them. No. Our road captain has been trained to follow the highway law of speed. If it says 70 miles an hour, he's going to do 70 to 80 the most. He's not going to do 110 because you got a souped up engine on yours and you figure like it's got to keep going. No, he's not. He's
Take that bike to the track.
Right, take it to the track. And then they don't want to go to the track. They don't want to race. What they want to do is what I call clown. And they want to clown on their fellow riders. We riding together, and all of a sudden you just take off and then get back. We get home. Yeah, I beat him. Yeah, I showed him. No, we didn't even race. We were riding, and you just lost your mind and took off. So we have that sickness too. So a lot of the traditional things, the code of ethics, the mannerisms and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's funny
if you
too.
can follow
because
those things, you can build a club.
It's funny too because I was recently asked this question. You know what I'm saying? I felt it funny, so I ain't taking it disrespectful, but I felt it funny, so I answered back funny, and I'm a funny guy. Somebody asked me, how fast did your bike go? He was there. How fast did your bike go? You know what I told him? My bike goes 70, the speed limit. my bike goes 70. Matter of fact, it go 55 sometimes.
And just
It's
for
45.
and just for the fans, so they know, like even speeding on a bike, like I mean, it's already dangerous to go 100 in the car. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. So imagine you on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
One little pebble out of the road.
That's it. Now ain't that some hit you in the eye, you can't see. It ain't the pebble.
Yeah.
Cause you go through places like Closter and goddamn Moorhead with all them bugs, goddamn it. Bug hit you in the eye, pow, you can't see nothing. You gonna run in the back of somebody, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ran
it's,
over.
It's dangerous. The worst thing that ever happened to me was riding. And you know how the tractor trailer's tires, tread fall off?
Yeah.
And flop all over the place?
Ooh.
At this time, I had a big body bike, a Honda VTX 1800. Big body bike. And, I'm not a little dude.
Right.
When that thing flopped off, I heard it pop, pop, flap, 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 and the piece came. Hit me in the chest. Bang! Whoa. It rocked me, almost knocked the wind out of me, right? It got me a little wobble. I shook it off, and I was like, man, luckily I had on that leather vest. That absorbed a lot of that impact. That's another reason why we wear leather.
That's what a lot of people. That's another question people ask: why a lot of bikers wear vests and leather? It's not there.
It's hot.
But but listen,
But it's protection.
You think that it's hot on that bike? You're not hot because when you ride the bike, it's always a 30-degree difference. So if it's 80, it's 50. On
bike?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
How much wind is coming?
yes,
Yeah.
right. It's always
The
a
wind
30.
factor.
It's a 30-degree difference.
Yeah.
If it's 80, it's 50. Yes. Now when you stop at the red light, it's back 80. You stop at the red light, you back 80.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see a lot of bikers at red light take off so fast. They trying to get that wind back up. You know what I'm saying? I know from experience. Went back 80 like, oh shit, what the fuck happened this time? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of there.
We're winding down to our last little bit before we go. Now, I saw this. Now that we've been talking about bikes and it's been showing up on my thing, so I saw something Have y'all tried that little one thing that when you fall off it?
Oh, the deflate
inflatable
jacket.
thing?
The deflate jacket.
No.
Never tried that.
We don't plan on falling off. That's the
Right,
thing,
we're playing on, we ride cruisers. We don't ride crotch rockets.
Yeah. Ain't no that
So
falling off. But that ain't. That's no.
you have to really get hit like a car on a cruiser.
Yeah.
Now they have hit cruisers and damaged and killed some guys. Recently, last year, coming up on a year.
Yeah.
I was at an event.
I mean, I've been mentioning somebody asked me
Brother
that I
got
want to
ran
get a
over.
deflate jacket. You know what I'm saying?
He bumped another bike. It was 3 brothers riding together, and one of them was new, and they were on cruisers and crotch rocket, a mixture of both. And the guy on the crotch rocket, I think, tried to shoot past one of the brothers on the bike. He hit the brother. That brother lost his foot as a result of that. He himself got thrown off his bike and went up under a tractor trailer that was riding by. So the trailer ran him over in the bike. I was at the event. Matter of fact, he left right behind me. I think, was you with me?
No, I ain't
Okay, me and somebody left the event, probably me and Bootmon, left the event heading back to Fort Myers. So where we were at, when you come out the event, you either go right or left. Left would take you back to west to Fort Myers. Right would take you back to west to Fort Myers, and left would take you east back to Miami. So when we left out, we went right, going toward the west side, Fort Myers. He and his other 2 guys, they went left, going toward Miami east. I pull over to a gas station once I got far away, close, because I got to, we go a little ways and then we gas up, My phone had a bunch of missed calls, it's blowed up. So I called the last person that hit me up, and he's like, oh my God, I'm glad. Somebody just got killed. We thought it was you. Somebody just got killed on 27. That's the highway we were on. Then they sent me a picture, because the brother who got ran over by the truck, they took a picture of him. Oh my God. I still have that picture in my photo. I have that picture, and it's not beautiful.
But see, that's what.
But it's a reminder to me to always be careful.
Yeah, you always be careful, and always, you know what I'm saying. We try to ride in a group. Yeah, but again, that he was one of them guys that want to speed off because I'm gonna say.
I don't know if he was showing out or not. 80%. Sure
I give a high 80% of the time. It's. I just do a little lower. 75% of the time, it might be other drivers, but a lot of the time, it's the driver on the motorcycle. Because you trained to be a defensive driver on your bike. You know when somebody's going to pull out.
You're not doing your job.
Yeah.
It makes the gap.
Yes. You can too relax. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell who's about to pull out. Do you see the tires on the wheels rolling still? If it ain't stopped, he going. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not aware, for one, if you're doing a speed limit, you got ample enough time to slow down, right? 2, if you're in a 3-lane highway, if they pull out, you got 2 other lanes to go over. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it be the other drivers that not seeing you, but at the same time, you got to be aware of yourself to where you at. You got to know your surroundings, because even when you go to driving school with motorcycle, they tell you it's just like driving semi-truck. I drive semis. You got to drive defensively. You got to. You got to drive. When I'm driving, in my mind, he ain't stopping. Even if he's stopping or not, he ain't stopping. So let me break it down a little bit. And that's
it.
It
Takes you more because you got this truck. You
gotta exactly. So let me break it down a little bit in case he decide to want to come out. Gotcha. And that's why you see a lot of people pull out in front of semis, because semi being defensive, they think, oh, I can make it. Now the semi already think you can make it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We already think you can make it, so let me slow down because I don't want to run him over and kill him.
Make sure you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right, let me make sure you do make it.
Yeah,
let me help you.
Yeah, so
let me help you make it.
You know, it's the same thing with riding the bike. You know what I'm saying? Just the bike thing, just, the bikes be going fast and what they anticipate what somebody doing. Right. You know, semi truck, it's going slow, but it just the impact on the semi truck is just horrendous to where they could be going 30 miles an hour and still kill you.
You got to be careful.
You know what I'm saying? You
when
feel me?
a guy joined our club when we first started, we started in 07. A brother came and joined it in 08. and I had him meet me at a gas station. I said, okay, we're gonna ride into the hood where we live at, because we were in Lehigh Acres, so we were going back to Dunbar, the inner city of Fort Myers. I said, we're gonna ride in the hood and holler at some of the other brothers. He said, all right, cool. So as we riding, he decides to take off. And I'm looking at him like, what? So he took off so fast, I lost him in traffic. The next thing I know, I see a big cloud of dust, right? And I'm like, damn, as I get closer to the dust, I catch the last few flips of the bike. Plop, 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 and it stopped. I pull over. I look around for him. He laid out. It was a tree, a very small tree with maybe about that thick of a root. That's enough to knock a biker down. Yeah. He hit that, bam. He damaged the tree, but he was out. He was laying there unconscious. And this is why we say that safety is so important. You know, ride the correct way. There's no need to show out. Show out with your vest. Show out with your swag. But don't show out with your trying to ride in a way that is not safe. You know. That's right. That's right. So, you know, just to share that with y'all, man.
All right, man. You should keep them stories, man. You got a bunch of stories.
Yeah.
You should story time with the general.
Man, we putting it in the air. We goddamn Black Mystic.
No, you put it in the air,
Yeah.
but we got a little segment.
Okay.
Story time with the general.
Yeah.
You got these awesome stories, man. You got me hooked.
Hey, you know how you hear the stories?
How you do it?
By subscribing.
Put it in
Hit
the
button.
That like button, man.
That's how you hit them
Subscribe.
stories. You got to
'Cause
subscribe.
listen, I'm
You
going
gotta
to drop
like.
some
You feel
jewels
me?
on you. We just getting started.
Yeah.
Wait till I drop some of these heavier jewels on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And all of them ain't bad stories. We got some wild stories too now.
Yeah, we got some.
It
We
ain't all
got
bad.
some
We got
animal
wild, yeah.
adventures to
Yeah,
tell
you
you,
know what I'm
but we
saying?
got some diplomatic, White House type shit to say to you too.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't
so-
wait for him. I'm
Don't
here.
worry.
I'm
Y'all
picking
tune
up
in,
lessons
man.
off
Y'all
this.
tune
Hit that
in,
like
man.
button, family.
Yeah, hit you with your social. Hit them with your socials.
Oh, social what?
Your socials. So people
Not
can
my
find
social
you.
security number.
No,
I'm
not
not
your
giving
social-
nobody
no.
my social
Yeah,
security
man, my
number, man.
Facebook,
You-
Nate Robinson
you-
Facebook.
Oh, you mean my social
And I got,
media?
Yeah.
But be specific, brother, because people take your social security number and steal your ID.
And
You
then
know
they get
what? He
loans on
did
you and all
say
that.
we do talk with the new slang. He was talking about the pills, beans.
Right.
Socials today is your social media handles. Not
Okay,
your social
because when the
security.
brother said giving your socials, I'm like, yo, was he? I'm not giving. I'm still in prison, and I've been out 20 years. I did 17. I've been out 20 years, and I'm still behind. But dig, I'm only on Facebook.
I got you.
Did we got to work on shortening our?
I got you.
All right, so
I
then-
was
y'all-
just doing for fat, so
Yeah.
I got you next.
Yeah, man,
Okay.
y'all hit me up, man. I'm at Creek 5917. You know what I'm saying? That's TikTok. Number 5917
Yes,
TikTok. But my
IG
IG
first creep
first creep underscore. You know what I'm saying? First underscore
skull
creep.
creep. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Now what we need to
Yeah,
do is
first
change it
underscore-
and make it be all dissimilar,
Yeah.
so they ain't got to be hunting.
I don't have all of that. What do you have? You say you have a what?
Instagram.
Instagram.
What is that?
That's
It's like another Facebook, but it's more
yeah,
picture related
picture, yeah.
than
You know what I'm saying?
talking related.
And I'm gonna have this post on Instagram. Have some some short.
Yeah, I gotta put you. You
short
gotta get the
stories
class.
on internet.
You gotta get the class too.
Yes, we got.
He
we
getting the
got
class. Fat got a class. You need a class. I got you.
some- Don't worry, y'all just tune in. And
What's the other thing you said?
Instagram, TikTok,
TikTok.
Oh, I be on Facebook. That's the TIKTOK, right?
Yeah.
TikTok, yeah.
I
TikTok.
think that's the work of the devil, man.
Yeah, I know.
That was
but
somebody
the devil
told
working
me.
good. All I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
making money.
That been
The
good.
devil
so y'all
making money?
subscribe,
No,
man.
you
Y'all
you
have
on
fun.
different social sites.
I only got one thing. I got a Facebook page. I had a MySpace,
Wow.
and
My man
I had
threw
a
us
Black
back.
Planet too.
Wow.
I don't have nothing. I don't even know nothing.
Yeah,
else.
those
You
are
know
out
what?
of
I don't
business.
even have a life outside of this bike life.
I had Twitter. What is Twitter? No,
It's
X.
now
What's
X
X?
now.
X.
What
now.
is that?
Y'all hit me up with Creep Well Clothing at Twitter.
You don't think that that's
Creep.
all the workshop of the devil?
Everything with the devil. If it ain't the Lord, it's the devil. It's either or. It's either the Lord or it's the devil.
I say it's the Lord because here's the thing: if this technology did not come in play, black people would be way further behind than what they are.
Yeah, it's definitely
Black people and other minority groups. Well, are we the minority? Or I think we're the majority.
So he's starting to become the majority.
We are. They just don't count all of us.
Exactly.
You know, they don't,
Facts.
they don't
facts,
count
facts.
all us. You feel me? But us and the third world Latinos especially
Yeah.
make up the bulk of American labor force.
There you
man.
go.
we actually make up. So I want to, take it back to what you said about Trump and his thing.
Yeah.
He'll mess up the whole labor workforce because guess what?
done
Julio and
messed
them,
up.
Julio and them gonna come and slam a job
He done
real
messed up.
quick.
Ain't no he will.
Julio and them gonna do the job.
These foreign people hiding right now.
Huh?
And Todd ain't.
Yeah, they hiding it right now. Hiding. But but like I said,
All right.
man, we keep it in the air, man. We put it in the air.
Put in the air, man.
With Black Mystic.
Black
you know what I'm
Mystics
saying?
MC, man.
You got
Y'all already
Crip,
know what it
You got
is,
the Black
man.
Event, aka Crip.
The
You got the
General
General
right here,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Y'all definitely tune in and y'all hit the subscribe and like button, man. Let's see what we can get this thing at, man. And then we're gonna have some guests coming on too. You wanna
Cash
say guests?
App, $OBMFL. Don't be
Look
afraid
at
to
my
share
man.
a
He
dollar,
out there
man.
getting it.
Cash App, I got that. I did step up and get Cash
he got a
App.
Cash
Yo,
App. He made
$OBMFL. Man, shoot us a dollar. If you just shoot us a dollar, we'll appreciate that. We're gonna holler back at
Creep
you,
22,
man.
baby. $sign Creep 22. That's the Cash App. So we take donations because we definitely as a non-profit organization.
We'll give
So,
you a receipt. You get it
know
back
what I'm
on
saying?
income tax.
Exactly.
All right.
You feel me? So
We is
out.
out of this.
We out.
All right, peace.
Put it in the air. Put it in the air, girl, put it in the air. I seen you do it, I seen you nice, I see you smooth, I see you twice. Goddamn, girl, you're making me blind. Goddamn, girl, you know you're fine. Now put it in the air like you know what it is. Put it in the air like you doing the biz. Put it in the air, girl, put it in the air, girl. Show why, girl. Put it in the